Well, the countdown to the Olympics is well and truly on now. The opening ceremony is this Friday along the River Seine. The sporting action starts on Wednesday. Swimming, football, rugby sevens, handball, archery, all taking place before the opening ceremony. Let's get to Paris and our reporters Miriam Walker-Khan and Geraint Hughes. Hello to you both. Sorry about the weather. Miriam, important games, of course, for everyone in Team GB, but particularly some very big names are going to have maybe a swan song.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of history to be made, so bear with me as we get through the details because it gets a little bit nerdy. So let's start with three-time Olympic champion Adam Peaty. Peaty could make history if he defends his breaststroke title in the Olympics. He says he feels like a bit of an underdog at the moment because he's been out from the sport with mental health issues and injuries since Tokyo. But if he wins gold in the breaststroke, he becomes just the second man in history after Michael Phelps to win gold in the swimming at the event at three separate Olympic Games. Helen Glover next, a double Olympic rowing champion. And if she heads to her fourth games, and if she wins a medal, she becomes the first mum of three from Team GB to win an Olympic medal. Max Whitlock is already the most successful British gymnast in history, but a fourth medal of any colour in the pommel horse would make him the first gymnast, male or female, that's even including Simone Biles, to win 4 medals on the same apparatus at an Olympic Games. And then last but certainly not least, Andy Murray. He's already the only tennis player in history to win consecutive gold medals in singles at the Olympics, having won in 2012 and 2016. This will be his 5th and final games, and so he'll want to go out with a bang in the singles and in the doubles with Dan Evans. So there's loads going on, loads to look forward to.
Absolutely, fingers crossed for everyone's fitness, Andy Murray particularly. Geraint Hughes is down by the river. Geraint, you've been to lots of these big world events. Does Paris feel ready?
If the challenges of getting to where I'm coming to for you now are anything to go by, then they have a plan in place. It is, I'll give you some idea, Nick, what should have been an easy 10-minute metro cab ride has taken my cameraman and I nigh on an hour to get through a number of checkpoints where they've gone through all our accreditations. Yes, that's standard. It's been through our passport, been through our bags, and we're accredited for this event. We've come through a big checkpoint area. We're kind of in a very sterile area at the moment. So from a security point of view, the visibility of the police and the security forces on the ground is enormous. I have just spoken within the last hour or so to a security analyst here in Paris from a company called International SOS who manage security risk. 45,000 security personnel are going to be on duty on Friday night, and then every day of the Olympic Games, 30,000 either police, security forces, and that's in addition to 85 countries from around the world who are providing intelligence on the ground with their personnel as well. In terms of other bits of readiness, Nick, I'll just quickly show you as well. If you go down the River Seine, just towards the next bridge, that is the Trocadero. That is where all the athletes who are going to arrive for the Olympic ceremony. Nick, I couldn't get anywhere near that. It was a firm no when I was trying to get in there, and you can see its proximity to the Eiffel Tower now as well. You can probably see that in the backdrop of Miriam as well. That area has already been completely locked down, and I'll bring you back to something that is, I think they're hoping to be ready as well. I'll just get my cameraman Joe to go to the river, because cleanliness was an issue with the River Seine, wasn't it, of course? We've had the Mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo, going for a dip last week. Various interior ministers from the government have gone for a swim. I have not, but it has been declared clean at the moment. I spoke to the performance director of Team GB Swimming, a guy called Chris Spice, on Saturday. He told me the latest he had was that the river is fine and good for those open water event and for the triathlon as well. So from that point of view, Nick, the city is ready. The venues, it's unlike many other Olympics, I suppose, we've been speaking about recently, because the majority of the venues were here, ready to go. It's just been a case of refurbishment. They were well ahead of the curve on that one. None of the morning of the games starting and they're still painting things. They're ready from that point of view. I think what the thing is that most startling, just walking around the city on Thursday when I got in, and just today, Nick, is just the sheer amount of security personnel and the checkpoints and how they've locked the city down as well. I don't think I've ever been to an event quite like that with a ring of steel, especially in such a big city like Paris. So to answer your question shortly and succinctly, Nick, I think they're ready, but readiness in a different sort of way. The security is slightly overwhelming at the moment.
OK. Miriam, lots of people will have watched the Diamond League Athletics over the weekend, and having seen a lot of Brits go well, Keely Hodgkinson especially, but not only her, expectations are starting to go through the roof, aren't they?
Yeah, Team GB didn't win a single gold medal on the track or in the field in Tokyo, so they'll be hoping to win a few this time round. Keely Hodgkinson, of course, a clear favourite in the 800 metres. She ran the fastest time in the world for 6 years at the Diamond League, but she doesn't have any big rivals in that race. Atting Mu from the USA didn't qualify. She fell at the Olympic trial. So that is kind of Keely Hodgkinson's for the taking. We've also got Katrina Johnson-Thompson going in the heptathlon. She goes into the event as the reigning world champion, but she'll have to compete against Nafi Tiam from Belgium, who won the last Olympics. And then we've also got some excitement in the 100 metres, especially after the Diamond League last weekend. So Louis Hinchliffe, the 22-year-old from Sheffield, who's coached by 9-time Olympic champion Carl Lewis, goes in the 100 against Zarnell Hughes, the British record holder. He beat him on the weekend, and it was really impressive. Louis Hinchliffe had an awful start. He was kind of crawling out the blocks, but he still managed to get up to 4th place, beat Zarnell Hughes in their first test head-to-head, and he also ran another sub-10 second time. And then Madison Smith goes in the 400 metres. He ran another European record on the weekend. He broke his own European record. He doesn't have any clear rivals that could get in his way of that gold medal, and he is absolutely going to be aiming for that after getting a silver at last year's World Championship. So there's loads going on there.
Miriam Geraint, thank you very much indeed.